Yeah, baby, we're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show.
YKWD.
I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast.
YKWD's back again.
Old school, back in the day, where it all started, before them all.
YKWD.
This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules.
Shut up, you're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. What's up? Here we go. What's up, everybody? We're back. Another episode of YKWD at the Comedy Cellar Studios above the world-famous Comedy Cellar. And we got a fucking great episode. I haven't seen him in a long time. Danny, tell us who we got. Colum Tyrell. In the microphone, Danny.
Colum Tyrell.
Oh, God.
That was the most underwhelming.
It really was. Just into the ether.
That was terrible.
What's up, man?
Yeah, good to see you, man.
But I haven't seen you. I mean, it's got to be a year.
I don't know. I did Bonfire.
When? It was a while ago.
That wasn't that crazy.
It was, dude.
Must have been the summer, was it?
I don't think so. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've seen.
No, we were in because remember Big J shit his pants, or he was shitting his pants, and then we thought I was going to host with you, and then he showed up. He showed up because he was scared that me and you might have chemistry. Something like he was afraid I'd replace him. Yeah,
he was like, "Wait a minute, they like an accent, and they really get."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then so one of you had already done something. You had offended, or not offended, but at least upset Ali Sadiq.
We did.
Because you were talking about some gay shit, and he was like, "I don't fly with that," or whatever. You know how these.
That was me.
You know how these be. You know how the brothers be.
That was me, dude.
They don't like the gay shit, man.
Dude, we're bringing.
They hate that gay shit.
I don't know what I said, but I said some stupid shit, being silly. Because the Bonfire is a silly show.
Sure,
we never really get. And that's why I love it.
It's a couple of white guys talking about cum or whatever, you know, and then the black guys.
Yeah, you just summed up the Bonfire in one sentence.
That is
a couple of white guys talking about cum.
Every podcast, a couple of white guys talking about cum. And then a black guy goes, "I don't play with that shit. You don't play with that shit."
Yeah, okay. Nice talking to you. There's no gay black guys ever. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was like, "I gotta go," but I actually wound up calling him up.
Oh yeah,
and being like, "Yo, man, I hope I didn't." He was like, "Nah, man, we're cool."
Yeah, of course.
He just had to go. But I'm such an insecure white guy that talks about cum.
Yeah.
That I got all fucked up because I didn't want to offend the dude. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
in hindsight, I should have just took the hit.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know who just? I know, is this gossipy? Someone just apologized to me right now, just a minute ago.
Who?
TJ
Miller. He apologized to you for what?
He was mean to me at Skankfest
this year. What the fuck did he do to you?
I can't really remember, but now I forgot all about it.
What did he do?
I think he was kind of just like picking at me a little bit, but you know, TJ's not really someone I would respect. So, and these are the facts. Sorry, TJ. You're a weirdo. No one cares a fuck about your career. And so it literally didn't bother me. And then I just saw him and he goes, "I need to apologize for that." And then I went, "Oh yeah." And I was on my way here now. I was like, fuck, he did do something. And now I'm kind of mad about it again. I forgot all about it. And now I'm kind of mad actually at him.
Colum.
No, but you know what I mean?
I do. I understand. This is why I love you. You really don't give a fuck.
But I actually forgot about him.
But you forgot about it.
I forgot that but maybe he did offend me at the
But
time.
now he's going to take his apology back because of...
Well, why do you have to apologize? Whatever.
Well, you don't give a shit.
I really don't, but I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know why I guess he just wanted to pick on me that day, if I remember correctly.
I don't know.
No, he's a weirdo. Well, he is definitely a weirdo. There's no denying that.
But that's the one thing I like about TJ is that he's fucking out of his mind and he does just crazy shit out of the box. He's not. He's gonna come in. You don't know what he's gonna say or do.
Yeah,
right. But it sucks that he did something that offended you. But it's also good that he had the awareness to go, "Hey, man, I did some stupid shit." That means from Skankfest till now,
he's been thinking about it.
He thought about it and he regretted it. And he came up to you and was like, "Yo, man, I just want to say I'm sorry," which you'll never get from most guys.
I know.
And he actually was like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry about that. And you probably were like, oh, it's cool, man. And then immediately,
Now I'm thinking, I go, fuck, I should have been mad at him for something. Like, I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
It's hard to hold a grudge. It's hard to hold a grudge, don't you think?
I can't.
Yeah,
I don't.
for a while.
I can't. Well, dude, I can hold a grudge for a minute, but then I'm like, I don't have the time. I don't want to think about you. I hate going to bed at night and thinking about some asshole.
Sure.
I hate it.
Sure.
I hate. Good night, baby. I love you. I love you so much. And then think about
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, and then your wife goes, "What are you doing? What are you thinking about?" And nothing. You can't tell her because she'll be like,
Yeah.
"Just get over
You
it."
can't admit that to your wife.
Can't.
But he slided me a little bit. He slided me a little bit.
Women
once.
do not get grudges. They do not get. They get gossip.
Yeah.
They do not get
Yeah.
guy grudge.
Yeah.
They don't get respect. It doesn't
Sure.
make sense.
Sure. Yeah.
Why do you care what he thinks?
So what if he's so much more successful than you? Who cares? And you're like, baby, I don't need you to be successful. And then you're like, you're making it worse. I don't need you to have loads of money and fans.
You're doing fine.
What you're doing is actually more respectable.
Yeah, you're doing Naples next weekend. You're doing Off the Hook.
I've yet to play Naples. That's where my career is. I'm building up to Naples.
Dude, Side Splitters.
Salisbury is great.
That's
Shout-
all. That's
shout
all.
out to Side
Listen,
Splitters.
Side Splitters is the motherfucker,
Yeah.
and then there's McCurdy's.
McCurdy's I've never done.
That's a hard one to get into.
I
Because,
emailed them. I was like, let me just feature because I've got in-laws down there. I was
Right.
like, I'll just stay with my in-laws because I want an excuse, and then they never even got back to me.
well, it's a hard club to get into because he's an old school guy,
Sure.
and he just recently had started opening the club up to. I guess I would be the younger generation, which I'm not. You know what I mean?
You're coming in as a new wave.
Exactly.
That's great.
That's new. That's a little new wave to him because
Mm.
it's more. It's dude. Let me tell you something. It's an older crowd.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
had dude. They had a 6:00 show,
yeah.
and I was panicking. But the problem is, in my head, I'm panicking. But those are all retired New Yorkers,
Sure.
people from Boston.
Sure.
They're all pieces of shit from back in the,
Yeah.
the 80s, 90s, 70s,
there's-
60s.
There is two crowds of old people, and you can tell when it's that we don't give a fuck. They're wearing the like Hawaiian shirts,
Right.
Like some cop who's like clearly still racist, or
Right.
something, You know, that's a good audience. But then you get the old ones where you go, this could be rough.
Yeah, that's on the other side. Like Boca.
I did. Where did I do? South of Tampa, anyway. Fort Myers.
Fort Myers is right in the Naples. Yeah.
And it was one of the comedy zones. It wasn't
Something
Fort
like that,
Myers.
yeah.
One of them out there. But I swear on everything, I
Oh,
showed up.
Versani's?
Yes, Versani's. Port Charlotte.
Port Charlotte.
Port Charlotte, yeah.
I love Versani's.
I had one of the worst weekends of my life.
No shit.
I showed up. I swear to God, it was like every single person in the room, grey hair, old as fuck. And I was like, all right. And then the guy turns around to me and goes, one of the youngest crowds we've ever gotten in here. And I started laughing. And he's like, no, seriously, this is like the youngest crowd I've been
Right.
in. But they're all, yeah, that was a rough one.
I like Versani's.
That was tough for me.
I really, it's so funny because I forget that I'm fucking old.
Yeah, you're closer to them
I'm closer
than
to
the young guns.
Yeah, like when I talk about, they're gonna be like get, than
Yeah.
as opposed to, and that's a weird thing too because I've had to accept that later in life because I'm getting the 20-year-olds to like my shit
Sure.
is a hard sell. Like I just worked the cellar this weekend, and I'm looking out in the crowd, and I had to adjust my setups because nobody has kids.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about family.
Yeah.
They're all into themselves and career.
Yeah.
They don't understand what the fuck I'm going to talk about,
Yeah.
and they're looking at me like, what are you going to say? And I forget I have a gray beard, and I'm about to talk about some stupid shit they have about a kid. They don't give a fuck about that.
That is true. All the comedy audiences. This is too much comedy.
But here's the thing. I think that if you're funny, you'll overcome.
Sure.
I can get you. This is why I saw Keith go up. Now Keith's double stroke, old black
Yeah.
guy. Takes him 20 minutes to get up there. It's very taxing.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
It's exhausting to see him get introed. The song they have to play is old, slow funk.
And then you have to really listen because it's like, what is he? Like, you really got to focus. You really got to go, what is he saying? And it's exhausting for me.
It's taxing. But he went up. This is why I love Keith. This is the difference between somebody who just wrote a joke, set up punch, tag, and knows the math of comedy, and someone who's just funny.
Yeah.
He walked up, got up there, looked at this girl's face, this young white girl's face, and was, "Your face bugs me." And the whole place laughed, even the girl. And he was like, "Seriously, you, I don't know, your face is really pissing me off." It's like, what the? That to me is funny.
Yeah.
That's when you are a funny motherfucker. When you just go up there and you say exactly, he just saw this chick's face and it bothered him and he said it. And that's when they know you don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And that's when that's when you switch those people, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And he trashed me. He's got that bit in his act where he goes, and this is a real story. He called me up after a second stroke and I hadn't heard from him. And I answered the phone like, "Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?" I was so like traumatized because my, Patrice passed away. He had a second stroke. I thought we lost him. And he's like, "Bob's a fat fuck." I'm like, "What? What are you saying?" He's like, "Bob's a fat fuck." And I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, what the fuck's happening?" I thought he was having a fucking aneurysm. He's like, "I'm in speech therapy. She said I got to work on my B's and F's." And he told that joke on stage. And it's like, to me, that's just funny.
Yeah.
I fucking love guys like that who are just don't give a fuck about, it's not about the joke. It's about being in the funny right then and there. You know what I mean? Yeah. But let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You're getting married?
Getting married, yeah.
When are you getting married?
In June.
Regular American chick?
Regular American, New Jersey American chick.
New Jersey American chick?
Yeah.
You moved out of the city?
Moved out of the city.
You live in where?
In Monmouth County in New Jersey.
A house?
In a house, yeah. It's our parents' house. So our parents moved to Florida.
What's up, dude?
So
good job.
Well, we're in there, and we're just saving money so we can buy our own house.
That's fucking great. You
got commute's a pain in the cunt, but I couldn't hold her back anymore. She's a very, very normal person, good job, career, wants to move on with our lives, and I've always just been the useless fucking starving artist,
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's just head down there, and I'll just have to commute into the city every
Dude,
night.
I was the same thing, man. There was a time with me and my wife who hasn't paid for a thing in fucking 15 years.
I stood on
it's all right. You're good.
headphones came out.
Oh, your headphones came out? You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife, when we first met, paid for every single thing we did.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I was just fucking struggling artist. I lived in shitholes. I lived on, 97th between 3rd and Lex?
Yeah.
Shared an apartment with an African dude and Billy Burr. And she would come visit me and bring me boxes of food. She'd be like, let's go to dinner. I'd be like, "You paying?" Because I made $50 at the cellar.
She fucking loved you, huh?
I mean, she's a fucking trooper.
Yeah.
She's a soldier.
Yeah.
As
and
Patricia.
you were probably just like fucking for good. Like when you fucked her, it was like for survival, was it?
No.
Like you're like, I gotta put in the shift.
I gotta fuck her.
You really got.
I gotta keep the snacks coming.
Make sure.
I had to fuck her for things.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you were going to town. Nowadays, you're like a little less likely to fucking.
Well, it's fucked up because you don't know who the one is.
Sure.
Because I didn't think it was her.
Till when did you realize?
What was that Patrice joke? He said, "I've been with my girl's been with me for 6 years. I've been with her for 3 months."
Yeah, yeah.
I think every guy knows what that means.
Yeah, of course.
My girl's been with me for 30 years. I've been with her for how old is my son? 11.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
No, I mean it just, dude. When we moved back we were in LA together, and Patrice stayed at my house. He's like, "You got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're not a comic. You're a fucking chef." I wasn't doing stand up, dude.
You were out there working. You had a real job, did you?
I know. I was going on the road, doing colleges, making money. She was working 2 jobs, and we were paying $1,000 a month for rent, and I was just staying home all the time. I wasn't going because I would go to the Laugh Factory and get treated like shit.
Sure.
The Comedy Store wouldn't let me in because that crazy fuck Tommy was there.
Yeah.
Which I really wanted to get at the Comedy Store. And the Hollywood Improv, they were nice to me, but it was all famous people.
Yeah.
So I could never get a spot. And when I did, I would get bumped,
Sure.
and then just feel like a piece of shit. So I just stopped going. In New York, I was in at the greatest club in the world, and I left it to go to L.A.
Sure.
And Patrice came out there, and he was like, "You got to go home, dude. You got to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
And I moved, I think, a month later. And I told her, I was like, "I'm leaving. So if you want to come, you can come." The plan was that she goes back to Boston, I go back to New York, get a place, and then maybe you come back.
Yeah.
I thought it was I thought we were over.
Thought that was a little way of. It's a good excuse now.
Dude, if you're not in love with this, if this isn't your first woman, if this isn't your love of your life, you shouldn't do it.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you make concessions, you're fucked. There's a time when you can. Like I got to the point where I figured out how much money I had to make every year.
Yeah.
And I had like 12 clubs that I could do that at, but it took years of building that fan base up to where I can only work these clubs and I'm fine. I can pay my shit and there you go. And then I was able to have like kind of give up on fame, chasing that fame shit, and understand that I made it. I did it.
Yeah.
I did it, dude. I do stand up for a
Yeah.
living. I make money.
It's that idea of like, because when the problem is with your goals or whatever, when you achieve them, you go, I fucking didn't aim high enough, or it's not fulfilling enough. Though.
What do you mean?
I don't know. When I first moved here, I remember Nate Bargatze, who I always respected. You know Nate. And
What's his name?
Bargatze.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
I don't know if I'm actually saying it right or not. My dirty Irish fucking Bargatze. But he recorded an album and he recorded that at Go Bananas. And I remember when I moved here talking to him about it, and he said, "Go." And I said it. One of my goals was if I ever play a weekend there, like as a real comedian, that's like my goal of doing it.
Right.
And then I did that last year.
Yeah.
And but I was like, I should have really aimed.
Nah, dude. Dude, my goals were
Should have aimed for McGurdy's and.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. You reached your goal. Now it's just time to
Sure.
set another what's next?
Bit of money would be nice.
Yeah, so set that fucking goal. What are you going to do to achieve that shit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing with like you can't people look at Nate and look at like certain comics that are these fucking massive millionaires off this shit and they get
Sure.
bummed out
Sure.
because you're not there.
I think no, they don't even. I think it's like laughable how successful they are. Do you know
It's
what I mean?
stupid.
Like I remember, like obviously a good example would be Shane. When Shane was first like blasted past everyone, it was more like, oh fuck, he's getting a lot of shit. But then it got to a point where he's so successful, and that was years ago, by the way. Where you go, it's funny that you're just sold out like fucking the Wilbur in 4 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, now like the idea of a stadium is so. Sure, why not? Play the entire country or something. Do whatever you want at that point.
Yeah, but
it's the people that get the little shit that's right above you is more fucking annoying.
It's annoying, but it's not yours, man.
Sure.
Like the fact that, dude, I remember when you first came here, you were just fucking trying to get something.
Sure, yeah.
And now you're headlining?
Sure, yeah.
In how many years?
12, 13.
Dude, you're right on fucking course as far as a comic goes.
Great.
That I mean, Louis explained it to me one time. It's like school.
Yeah.
You got to go to 1st through 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
Then you go to 7th and 8th. Then you go to high school.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you go to college. How many years is that?
Yeah, it's forever.
No, it's like 12,
Yeah.
14 years or something like that. You're right on par. You're right where you're supposed to be. You graduated. You're in high school. What are you going into 12th grade now? Right?
Yeah.
You graduated in high school and you're headlining.
Yeah.
It's the fucking greatest thing ever.
No, it is great.
But plus, dude, the way we do comedy too, Nate is crystal clean.
I know. Yeah.
That's money, baby.
Yeah, sure.
It's fucking money.
Yeah, yeah. He is also, in my opinion, one of the probably the best living comedians alive. You know, not
Nate?
not just the Christian shit. Yeah, I think so. I put him up there above nearly anyone.
Louis?
No, not Louis or Burr or any of the good ones.
So,
But, he's up there. Yeah, yeah. There's not many above him.
Louis
Louis and Burr, no.
Louis and Burr, I think, to me.
But you probably have this thing because I remember hearing years ago too when you guys did YKWD and you were listing the best comics of all time, and the boys were talking about Burr,
Yeah.
and you were like, nah, Burr.
Oh, because Burr's my friend.
You go, yeah, but because Burr's like it's like when you don't notice how big your kids are getting beside you or something. Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah.
You're too close, whereas everyone else grew up with him above him.
Well, Burr is at the point where he just does what he does now.
Sure.
And I think like Louis is at that point too.
Yeah.
And Nate is too. But look at seeing people in these arenas stinks.
It's horrible. Yeah.
We were just talking about this thing, me and
Yeah.
my friend.
I went to one recently and it was like
It's a
like it's fun
fucking-
to witness as a freak show kind of a thing. It's fun to witness, but I'd much rather catch them at a club. Anyone at a club. You know?
Why would you want to go and sit in the last row and pay $60?
And then just someone's drinking, just shouting,
and you can't even hear them.
The whole stage is just.
It's a fucking 100% money grab. That's all it is.
Don't blame them if they say, "Hey, I'll do anything for money."
I mean, dude,
for sure.
I do the fucking.
Yeah, the reason we're not doing the stadiums is because of our artistic integrity. But
I mean, yes. I mean, you would do it tomorrow
for sure
for a quarter of the money.
Just for the experience.
That'd be great if we could do that. We just make the tickets $5.
Oh yeah, the $5 fucking theater tour.
We make you
stadium tour.
We're gonna do stadiums, but it's only $5 every ticket.
We make a loss.
We make no money. We just pay for the arena.
We'll make it back on merch.
We'll make it back on ticket sales to our club at fucking McCurdy's next time we come through town.
I wonder if you could do what's the most you could ever do. There was a guy in Scotland did something like he was a real gimmick guy like that. He would do things like that where he would like rent these gigantic rooms and even though he couldn't sell them and then like sell them door to door like this is a thing. And then he
but like steaks.
Like steaks or something. He'd go into the street and go, "Hey, I'm playing this stadium tonight, and I'm just a nobody, but I want to do it. Like, would you just come out and he'd be able to sell them?" And then he also did a thing in Edinburgh one time where they said it was a surprise headliner, and they made it seem like Frankie Boyle. Do you know Frankie Boyle, the Scottish comedian? Ginger.
Fucking great.
Yeah, he's great. But they sold the tickets going, "There's a Scottish comedian with ginger hair on the thing." So all these people bought tickets, and it was like 4,000 people at the thing. And then the show just ended. They never brought him out at the very end. That guy went up and did like 30 minutes. So that's the show, guys. Good night. And everyone was like, "Boo!" Fucking showing shit.
Oh, they fucking snapped.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you bought tickets. If someone said there was like a secret headliner.
Oh, I got fucking somebody coming to Off the Hook Comedy Club, and I'm in it's like one of the top people of comedy is coming down just to hang out for the weekend and do spots with me.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited about it because I get to hang out with him.
Sure.
But
is it someone we just mentioned a few
I
times?
I have to follow him.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure, and I'm half of me is like, yeah, I'll go up and you go up.
Sure.
But I don't know if that's going to be possible. I think they're just going to do us. But
well, I don't know. Maybe it depends what they're doing too. Are they going to go out and just do their absolute best stuff? Or they?
Yeah. Yes. The new hour that everybody's dying to see, and I'm going to go out and go. I was fat.
Yeah. Well, who pays for the meals then?
I do.
Because you're the headliner. The rule is the headline has to pay, even though your features are fucking multi-million.
This is when you're nobody. When he goes, I don't need any money.
Yeah,
I'm like,
of course.
Okay, I do.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to give you any. I didn't know that was on the table.
Yeah, he Venmos you. Yeah, that was
Who's the biggest guy you've toured with?
I've only ever toured with Ari. Shane let me do a guest spot one time. We were in Pittsburgh together, and my shows got cancelled.
Oh, did he?
Well, so he let me chew me up in some incredible theater.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was incredible. I did that.
Yeah, Shane's good to comics.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah,
Ari is too.
Ari's good. Yeah, and Ari, I've done a lot with Ari. Ari brought me on the road last year.
I think Ari's the best comic that helps more comics than any other comic.
He's the best. He's one of my favorite people. Yeah.
Yeah.
New special. Check it out.
New special out now. It's on Netflix right now.
It's called.
I don't know, some stupid name.
American Sweetheart.
Yeah.
American Sweetheart or something.
Yeah, it's in the jungle or something.
Yes, and he's just like one of the wild thornberries or something. He's like a safari type. He's wearing all brown. It might look good. This last one looked great. It was all the candles.
Here's the thing. I was talking to Lewis about this. None of it matters. They're listening.
Sure.
When they're watching it, they're watching it on their phone.
Sure.
It's going to be a clip.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to get them to watch your special. And as long as you're funny, they're only watching your face.
Yeah.
They're not really giving all the hoorah shit in the background has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. Well, for the last one, I don't think it was the end of the world because it was so thematic. It was like the Jew one.
Yeah, with all the candles.
Yeah, but
that was annoying. Fuck him.
And what it was all about.
Some poor asshole had to light a bunch of candles every show.
Yeah.
And he was like,
and they kept blowing out.
Yeah, some poor fat intern was running around with a Bic lighter burning her thumb.
Yeah.
Because that asshole wanted.
He did say he had to send her out to get more candles. They bought candles. They only filled half the room, and then they were like scouring all across. It was like. You know, it's like a Friday night. Everywhere's closed. They're like trying to go.
What a fucking
marketplace.
Shitty situation you put somebody in because you thought of something in your dumb brain.
Yeah,
I hate that. He's
an artist. He's an artist, and then he does retard jokes.
He does. I heard the retard joke is hilarious
Yeah.
in this one.
He is
I love the
he is
comedy.
he is a great. Is it October 6th? Whenever the Jews got kidnapped. I don't know the date. What is it? October 6th?
It was October 7th. I think.
October 7th? Whatever.
Was it the 7th?
Whenever
we gotta-
the rave was.
We have
I
a
mean,
Jew right here. Jew.
He's Googling it right now.
Googling.
You're Jewish.
It's supposed to be your 9/11.
Yeah, dude. This is your day. This is your big time to
the one that
shine.
happened to you, not the one you did.
It's October. It's October 7th.
October 7th.
October 7th.
Me and you, you're Irish. I'm Irish Catholic. We don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. No time they got something happen.
What-
But he has a great October 6th joke, so everyone check it out. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, me and him went to fucking Cuba.
Oh yeah, that was that.
There's no place I'd rather go to a third world country with. Nobody I'd rather go to a third world country with other than Ari. Maybe Jack Vaughn, but there's also I don't want to go with him.
Yeah, because you can't trust him.
You can't.
You just can't trust him.
He's terrifying.
Yeah,
He has no fear.
sure,
He wants to live in a little bit of the danger.
sure.
He doesn't like he didn't want to go to he didn't want to stay in the tourist part.
No.
He wanted to stay in the hood
Okay.
with the people.
Yeah.
And at the last minute, I changed the Airbnb to literally the best street in Havana.
Did you just wake up in the middle and I go, "Fuck, no, can't do it."
Because I was buying into it. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
we'll stay over there and
Sure.
we'll be near the ocean. And I'm like, and then everybody like Big J and Christine were like, what do you can't let Ari do.
Yeah, you would have been in a hostel. You would have been sharing a room.
And then my wife was like, Bobby, you can't I'm going to find a place.
Yeah.
And Dawn, my wife, found it. And it was amazing. It was perfect.
And was he happy with it? Was he mad that you did that?
Buddy, if we didn't do that,
Yeah. He might be dead.
we were hit with a hurricane. We were without power for 2.5 days.
In Cuba?
Yeah. Buddy, they the second day there, they're like, listen, a hurricane's coming. We're probably going to lose electricity. You might want to go get supplies. And I was like, what? What supplies? And I go, well, how long would the power be out? They go, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. And if there's no power, the food is all going to be taken up by the people. So we had to go wait. We had to go out and get in queues.
You had bread lines?
We're in bread lines. I was in the queso line.
Okay.
And he was in the pan line,
Okay, nice.
which is bread.
Yeah.
And then he gave me shit on Top Papa's show because I was like, I saw cookies.
Okay.
I was like, let's get some cookies. He's like, we need bread and cheese, fatso. We don't need cookies. And it wound up, I mean, thank God we were in the place we were, because if we were in the other place, I mean, it's
Yeah, you guys would have been robbed. You would have been,
buddy,
you guys would have been eaten. They would have cooked you alive or something.
it just would have been uncomfortable.
Sure.
And we would have been in a situation where we couldn't. And it just so happens the electricity, when it did go back on, just went back on in our area.
Oh, the Ritz or wherever the fuck you were. Yeah.
Right, where the churches are,
Yeah.
where the fucking
I get it.
where the rich, you know what I mean, where the vacationers stay.
Yeah.
They put it on there first,
Of course.
and then they slowly
yeah.
put it back out. We would have been just in the dark for 4 or 5 days. But there was something about it, dude, not having your phone, not having,
So because you couldn't charge your phone.
you could charge your phone, but we didn't have, your phones don't work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You could use WhatsApp to make a call on the internet,
yeah.
but your phone didn't work.
Nice.
There was you couldn't do shit. We didn't know who was president for the whole week.
Oh, you never got over there.
One of our things, we went the week of the election,
Yeah.
so we wouldn't
idea.
know who was president because we just didn't want to be involved in the hoorah of all the bullshit.
Yeah.
And
So you voted before you went,
yes,
of course.
what's up, son?
Yes. Nice. We got him. We got him back in there.
Yeah, we didn't know shit, which was fucking great because every
Yeah.
day we didn't have to think about
Yeah.
the whole bullshit that you have to think
Yeah.
of.
And then you were ripping Cubans.
Ripping Cubans every
Ripping
day.
Cubans every day.
Every fucking day.
Yeah.
I mean, I brought some cigars too because believe it or not, all the bullshit about getting boxes of cigars for nothing is all a lie.
You can't. No.
No. The first day there, the problem I have with Ari is I look, when I'm walking the streets, I keep my head down and I keep moving
Yeah.
and I just don't talk to anybody. because
Sure.
I don't want to be harassed.
Sure.
Ari will fucking talk to somebody.
Yeah.
He'll just be like, really? Because he wants to, use his Spanish
Oh yeah, he was.
from Duolingo. Yeah.
He still talks like an ape though, no matter what.
Yeah, dude. And we wound up in some fucking guy's house. 30 minutes into our trip, we're in some dude's voodoo lounge,
And you, oh yeah,
and he's being ripped off all his Canadian money that he brought
because
for a box of fake Cubans.
why they fake, yeah.
Yeah, they were 100% fake.
That's
And
great.
but it's like shit like that.
Yeah, but I know, I get it. It's fun, but I did a lot of that when in my early 20s. I went around fucking Southeast Asia.
You did?
On hostels. Yeah, we went to Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. Just like fucking, driving around the mountains in like buses that don't have seats and shit like that overnight. All sorts of crazy shit.
Oh, no shit.
And now that I'm older, it's like I miss that stuff, but I've tried to do that stuff later on, like get into a hostel where there's like a dorm. And
Yeah.
next thing you know, someone's like snoring beside you, and you're just like, "Fuck this! I can't. I need to be a little bit more. I'm too old.
Adult.
I need to be. Adult,
You want to have
yeah.
a little comfort.
Oh, someone fucking stole my phone. I was in Chile just recently.
Really?
For a wedding. Yeah, a friend of mine was getting married in Argentina, so I was like, while I'm down there, I'll go to Chile, whatever. And I was just walking down the road. I got there early. I couldn't check into the hotel. There was a gym down the road. I went down to the gym, and it was like a touristy section. I was taking photos of like graffiti or something like that, and I was looking at the phone, and some guy pulls up on a moped.
Just
and
snatches it.
Yeah, gone so fast. It happened so. I was so fucking stupid too that I think I was taking the photo, right, and I was like looking at my phone, and I heard him come up behind me on the like sidewalk, and I like stood out, like I stood into like, oh, let this guy go. But next thing you know, a hand comes out. And then I had a water bottle, big from the gym, and I threw it at him, and I missed him, and I hit some woman, some old woman. And the phone's just gone. And this guy was so fast. I mean, because you always see those videos on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
You always go, "Well, what an idiot!"
Right.
It happened so fucking fast, and the guy was gone that he even stopped. I chased him. He had time to stop and like make sure that there was no traffic to pull out, and he just fucking.
What were you going to do when you got him?
I don't know. May I have my phone back, please?
There's 19 other fucking dudes who know kung fu.
There was another guy on a bike too who was there, but he didn't make it obvious that he was together. But I'm pretty sure the two of them were working together.
Yeah, dude. That's
And then,
yeah.
yeah, and then I was getting so a few days I'm walking around Chile with no phone. Like I'm just in San Antonio or whatever it was called in Chile, and I'm getting the airport, and then someone goes. I couldn't check onto my plane because I didn't have the flight, and I had to like, get a laptop out because I didn't have my phone. And then someone goes, "Did you get your phone stolen by any chance?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Man, we saw someone get their phone stolen. We were on the tour bus, and they were pointing out something, and some guy got his phone stolen." And I was like, "Was he wearing like a red shirt?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That was me." And they were like, "Oh, that was." And then the wife called the husband over. "This is him. The guy's got us." They're all in this fucking.
That's
tour
the guy
bus.
who killed the old lady with a water bottle.
Yeah, exactly. But they were driving by going, "And to your left, you'll see some dickhead getting his phone stolen."
Well, that's the thing in Cuba that was, I guess, the punishment for crime in Cuba. You're really not gonna. You'll get robbed, I
Sure.
guess, but if you get caught stealing a phone, if you get caught with drugs, if you get caught selling cigars, you go away. 10 years gone.
Yeah.
You're just gone. And they're really hard on criminals in Cuba. So a lot of people don't commit crimes. So it's actually kind of safe. But the younger generation's coming up and is getting a little sick of these tourists walking around with $1,500 iPhones
Yeah.
and GoPros and fucking Louis Vuitton
Yeah, you're
bags.
crushing it. Yeah.
And they're like, fuck this. I have a pig living in my living room for food. I'm snatching this bitch's bag.
Yeah, my car is 100 years old. Like,
I know.
They're
That
literally-
was wild.
seen some of the old cars.
You get in these cars and the history of the cars is crazy because in the 50s when they did the when Fidel and Che took over,
Yeah.
it was all rich Americans, companies.
Yeah.
It was all rich people. That was supposed to be the new Vegas.
Yeah. So
It
it's
was-
full of Cadillacs and fucking.
All Cadillacs and all these Fords.
yeah, the mob. The mob had
Beautiful.
The mob
Mob
had the
was
casinos,
down
did they?
there.
I know it was you, Fredo. Right?
Yeah, the government was down there, and they were making millions off of sugar cane and coffee and cigars and all this stuff. And the tourism, it was going to be huge. So when Fidel took over, everybody left.
Yeah.
but they all left their keys. They all took their keys with them because they're like, oh, we'll be back in a month once the U.S. government comes back in and wipes these lunatics
Yeah.
out.
They never got back in.
They never got back in. All those cars are from the rich people that were there and just fled.
Wow.
And they just
So technically, someone could go, that's my grandfather's fucking car.
100%. And you could see the cars; they were all like jimmied. Or
Yeah.
had some.
They still don't have keys?
Some of them don't have keys. They use a screwdriver to start the car because
Wow.
it's just the government owns the cars now
Yeah.
and doles them out to people.
Yeah, so are all the cars like good? They're kept in good condition.
Dude,
right?
some of them are, I mean, it's beautiful. You watch like,
Because you have to, because there's no new cars. See, so every single person
no,
knows.
there's
Is
a couple.
Nowadays.
There's a couple nowadays, but all the tourists, it's a tourist thing. The taxis are all old cars
Yeah.
from mainly old cars from back in the day.
And like every time they turn left, because
Oh,
it's
dude.
power steering or anything.
Oh, it's great. We took an old one of those beach wagons
Yeah,
from back in the day
nice.
to one of the restaurants one night. But the great part is you tell a guy, hey, come back here at 10. He'll just be back there at 10.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
He'll just be back there at 10, waiting for you, get you in the car. Bang, he'll show up, be here tomorrow at 6 because we want to go here. And they're just there.
Hell yeah.
And it's safe as fuck as far as that goes. But there's always an element of danger. Here's a problem, though. Europeans, you guys do this shit all the time. You guys go on holiday.
yeah. We go see the world. Yeah. We go.
Americans would go
We
to
have a thirst for knowledge, you know.
We
have an
don't.
interest in the world, a curiosity. To what's going on.
Americans of Florida.
Yeah, unless there's oil for use to fucking
Yeah.
to steal.
Yeah, we don't like going on.
Florida fucking is great. I love
I
Florida.
love
I'm
Florida
a
too.
Florida boy.
But here's the deal: back in the day, that was a vacation.
yeah.
We never went out of America.
No,
Fuck you guys.
no,
Fuck your history.
sure.
We just went to Florida, maybe L.A.
Yeah,
Oh, we stayed. A trip in our universe was in this country.
Yeah.
We didn't leave this country. We're not going to fucking Europe. We're not going here. Maybe Rome. Some people, but you barely ever. I knew nobody that went out of the country and flew international.
Sure.
But you guys have been doing this for years.
Well, I guess my generation did, because I think the first time I was on a flight was the first time my mother was on a flight too. Like 1998, we went to Spain. I think, or at least that was her first time ever going to Europe. So when I was 8, and that was our first family vacation, that was her first time ever going. So she would have been, I don't know what, 30, 40 something at the time, you know.
Really?
It's a new age. Irish people had never had any money.
But you guys are all connected over there too. Like Europe is, you can take a train
I
from.
guess, but Irish people don't consider themselves European. Europe is mainland Europe. Ireland is Ireland, and England is England. The islands kind of have their own vibe, and then you've got mainland Europe, which is kind of different, which is much more interchangeable because they all conquered each other. They all took each other's language, took that back. That, like, you know, there's places in France that used to be German not long ago, and
Right.
vice versa, and all this type of shit, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas the Irish were always just out on their own, doing their own little thing.
Yeah. What's going on with Ireland, dude?
We're just crushing it, just hanging out.
I feel like because all my feed is that Muslims are taking over Ireland.
I know.
What is that?
It's just, that's just good videos.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, there's not that many. It's really not. London is nuts. I was just in London. There wasn't a white cunt in the place. I swear. Swear to God, it was like a fucking Greyhound bus station.
No shit.
There's not a white fuck in London.
So
at
London
all.
is-
London is just it's New Delhi or something. It's
No shit.
Mumbai. Yeah.
It's Muslim and
Yeah,
Indians.
it's crazy.
So there's no more white dudes with vests walking around with a cane.
Now he might be, but I don't know where he is. That kind of hello, yeah, that type of fucking rich Buckingham Palace type of guy.
It's
maybe.
gone.
But the kind of Cockney taxi driver, oi oi, that guy's gone.
Gone.
No, it's all just immigrants. But they had loads of Jamaicans came over in like the 60s and fucking have saved loads of black people over there.
And the funny thing is that white people aren't having kids.
No,
You get people like these immigrants that are coming over. They're fucking
can't stop them.
having kids.
They love it.
and making big families.
Fucking won't stop.
Well, look, I think look, Italians did that to America.
course, I know.
Ireland, you fucks.
Yeah, we did
You
it.
guys fucking took over. Remember back in the day,
that was part of the charm. Yeah.
you guys were hunks of shit back in the day over here.
Yeah, of course. Irish twins.
Irish people in New York were garbage people.
Yeah, you'd have 12 kids and 8 of them would survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, just plain. But now no one's having kids anymore.
Yeah, my grandmother, my Irish Catholic, 8 kids.
Yeah.
Every time you came in it, you kept it.
Yeah, but you know how hard. Look at the relationship you have with your son
Yeah.
Compared to someone back then, it's not even close to how much of an interest and how much you care about them, and like obviously you loved them and cared about them, but they didn't have that kind of like, how's your grades, how's your whatever.
No.
They just sent you out to the park, and then your kids would die, and that was kind of it. That was truly how they used to raise the kids. You'd have 10 of them, and one of them would have like lupus or something. And one of them would be gay. You'd send them to the priesthood, and then
You become more gay. You just learn how to suck a dick better.
Yeah, you'd figure out your fucking exactly.
Yeah, but
Nowadays it's like very hands on. It's exhausting. It's like you couldn't possibly be the best parent you could be, and also have like 5 kids.
yeah, I also think it's parents parent too much.
Way too much, isn't it?
Wait, my kid
Just
will.
way too much.
My kid will come to me and be like, "Dude, I'm going, Dad. I'm going on a bike ride downtown." I'm like, "All right, look where you're going.
Yeah.
Be safe. Keep your phone on you. You need to call me. Go.
Perfect.
Just fucking go.
Get out.
Come." He went. He went with his friend, who he has an electric bike, and he used the other electric bike, my electric bike, and immediately the other kid just fucking fell, and I was like, "Oh shit, I got to deal with this parent who
Oh no.
is like, you know what I mean?" And it was kind of like sad and fucked up.
Sure.
But my son was like, I was like, "What did he do?" He's like, he fucking took a turn wrong and just fell on his face. I tried to help him, and I was like, "All right, dude."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. My sister has kids, and when she's like disciplines them, it's like this weird new age tone of like, what did we say about doing and why don't we? And it's that kind of a thing, and it actually gets me. I want to go, shut the fuck up.
I do it too, dude.
You would like to talk to them like this, to have
Well,
a
because
discussion.
here's the thing, dude.
It's infuriating
I have my
to hear that.
I have my mother in me, and I have that shit back in me, and I want to go, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Get the shit done.
Yeah.
Get the fuck over
I
there."
fucking said so. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm the fucking man until you're
Yes.
8. I want to do that.
Yeah, sure.
But here's the problem.
Why not?
My kid is almost as tall as me now,
Oh.
and we're coming to a point where he's going to go, "No."
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to fight for my life.
Sure.
So it's like, I'm going the other way now, so I don't have to get the shit kicked out of me in
We
2
might
years
just
by,
do it anyway,
by a
though.
13-year-old.
You might just already know you're weak. He goes, you might already know. You've lost your chance.
Dude,
You lost your chance to scare him.
It's a fear of mine
Sure.
that one day he's just going to go, "Hey, you're not going out." "Yes, I am."
Yeah, of course I am.
And I'm just I was going to have to let him, "All right, dude, listen,
Yeah.
be back." Be back. But I always
But that happens,
I love those parents. When I was a kid, when I was like, I think I was 14, I moved to upstate New York, Spencerport, New York. And actually, it was when I was 15. And I started hanging out with this kid. I met him at a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And it was I just went by myself to a bowling alley
Yeah.
and hung out, was playing that karate game. And he wound up playing, and then he was bowling, and he was on a league, and he was like, "You want to try?" And I bowled, I think, like 10 strikes in a row or some shit. Shit, pure luck. He's like, "You got to join the league." And I joined his league, his team, and I sucked.
Yeah.
I fucking sucked after, and I think he kicked me off the team. But we started hanging out. His father would have a keg in the basement,
Mm.
and he would let him drink in the basement in the house.
Yeah.
So we would go to his house
Yeah.
and get fucking trash.
That used to be one of the things. It was like, if they're going to do it, I'd rather they do it here.
That was his thing.
That was the
If
thing.
you're gonna do it, I'd rather have him do it here.
He's 12 years old. He's got to do it. Yeah.
Dude, I was 15,
Yeah.
and we're in his fucking dad's basement,
Getting fucked up.
just pouring kegs,
yeah.
getting cranked in his house,
Yeah.
going to Van Halen concerts, fucking trashed out of our mind.
Yeah.
Which, look, but I don't know if that worked. I don't know if the kid's still alive. You know what I mean?
No, 15 is fine.
Buddy,
Me and all my buddies drank at 15.
But I was in jail that year.
I
You
know,
what I mean?
yeah, but you ruined it for everyone. Not everyone goes off the rails. But in Ireland, it's 18 to drink. So it's like hard to keep. You're not going to keep anyone till 18.
Right,
If it's 21 to drink here, you might keep them until they're like 18, 19, not drinking.
right.
Whereas because it's 18 there, you're like, well, you're 17, you're practically 18.
So just go and do it.
Yeah, once I got to 15, my parents said, yeah, do whatever you want.
You could drink.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
They always said 16 was going to be the rule that you could drink at home. And then by the time 15, I was the youngest, so they just sort of said, fuck it.
Good. How many
Whatever.
brothers and sisters?
Older brother, older sibling, older sister.
Older brother. So you're the youngest,
I'm the youngest, yeah.
and they just let you drink.
They let me drink at 15, yeah.
Yeah, but you guys drink. But were you doing drugs too?
Not really, no.
Because it's drinking.
Yeah. Ireland's not really. We smoked a lot of hash, I think, but then Irish people don't really smoke weed like the way they do over here.
Right.
No, it's like much more casual here. For Ireland, if you smoke weed, you're like a stoner. You're the stereotypical white guy, dreads, hacky sack, fucking.
But
over
over-
here, people smoke weed all the time.
So over there, you just go fucking have beers.
Just get beers. I think Coke might be a bit of a problem now, but it wasn't when I was a kid.
Right. I always fucking love that.
What?
I don't know.
Just getting beers.
Just the Irish thing where you went to the pub and you got a beer and you hung out and you shot the shit and you fought each other and
Yeah.
you just didn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember I met two Irish guys when I was in the Netherlands doing some festival.
Nice.
They were hooligans.
Oh, really?
And they came up to me after the show. They're like, "Yo, we're talking, and I'm not gonna do your accent. I'm not
You
Dan
could try
Soda.
it.
No, I can't do it. I always wind up being Scottish." And
It's not bad.
they were telling me, "Yeah, we just fought." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, man, we just fought in the alley."
Yeah.
I was like, "Each other?" He goes, "Yeah."
What?
I was like, "Why?" He goes, "I don't know. We just fought. We wanted to fight. We're gonna try to get into a fight later." I'm like.
That sounds nuts.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? That just sounded crazy. He was telling me, he sent me to a website, a hooligan website where they meet. I
Yeah.
think they meet on Facebook.
Mm.
And they're like, we're going to meet here. We're going to fight before the match,
Yeah.
get it over with, and then go watch the fucking football game.
Yeah, so the hooligan stuff is incredible because it all happened organically, you know?
Right.
Two away teams that would meet, and then the stadiums wouldn't be divided up, so they'd all just fight, fucking crush each other. And then they slowly made it harder and harder for fans to do that. If you got caught fighting, they'd ban you from the stadiums. So now it's gotten to the point where they don't even wait till Sunday when the two teams are playing. They'll just like meet up in a random April on a Wednesday at a car park in a different city and just
fight each other.
beat the fuck out of each other.
Have you ever done that?
No, I've never come close to it. No.
No?
It's
I
not-
just thought, I always thought.
I'm just
that-
interested in it because of the movies and stuff. But
I was always fucking interested in it too because it's guys.
but it's all young dudes. It's all 18-year-olds, 19.
They always had some fucking old guy though
Yeah,
who had like a
maybe.
scar down his face,
On TV, they did. I think in reality, it's just kids who are just killing time.
just fighting each
Yeah.
other.
You just fighting, they'll just throw a brick off each other's head, slash each other with a bottle, and then they just have this energy they need to get out.
And it's just
And
ballsy.
They just want to. It's just this animalistic fucking. Side
It's a
of shit.
fucking animalistic. Fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
just beat the shit out of each other, get
Yeah.
it over with,
Yeah.
and then go enjoy the game.
Yeah, they go out with the boy. There's a fashion part of it too, which is insane.
What do you mean?
They all dress up in designer gear.
What?
When you go fucking fight each other, you got to be wearing like fucking top of the range. Because, you know, anyone from Liverpool, the Scouts, Liverpoolians, or the Scouts, they steal. They love stealing.
Right.
They're just a steely people. They're a steely people. There's a few of them. You know the type of people that steal.
Like gypsies?
Yeah.
Are they called? They don't like being called gypsies though.
These aren't gypsies. These are people from the city of Liverpool, which are all Irish descendants actually, but they just steal. So then when in the 70s, when they started playing in Europe, they created the European Cup and Liverpool were dominant. They started sending them to play in Europe. So they went to like Milan, they went to like Madrid. So they were able to just go onto these streets that were like high-end streets, and they weren't used to the scumbags from Liverpool. They would just walk in, 200 of them, and grab all the Louis Vuitton gear and then fucking smack a security guard, and then that was it. So then when they came back, they were all fucking, all these scumbags were wearing like $1,000 tracksuits, beating the fuck out of each other, and then that created like a fashion within the hooligans now.
So you have to have Gucci and Louis.
Yeah. I don't know if those are the exact brands, but they definitely wear certain real high end gear.
Wow.
Before they go and beat the fuck out of each other.
Such a fucking. There's something.
They get dressed up in this like pink tracksuit, you know, and they fucking
I don't know why it's such a manly thing to me.
To go fight, like,
to know you're just gonna go fight somebody.
and it's a brutal street fight. It's not.
Yeah.
They do it in Europe. It gets crazy, like or even over to Turkey where they just show up with fucking machetes and stuff. And
No
fucking
shit. See,
fight.
they
They fight
take
with
it-
swords and stuff.
Yeah, they take it too far.
Yeah, I know, but a brick to the head's not going to help either.
That's not. Look, I remember when I was a kid, we just fought.
Yeah,
Like in Boston, you just
Yeah.
met like a bunch of other kids were over there. You
Sure.
someone would throw a beer at somebody's head,
Yeah.
And then you'd just be fighting
Yeah.
and punching the shit
You
out
had
of
that-
each other.
The other neighborhood would come over, right? Like, or whatever the block
Yeah,
was.
like
they would,
Burlington or Everett, another town would come over.
yeah, they just walk through. Just a bunch of teenagers would show up when
Yeah, but like even
they're
like
looking for you.
even in my town of Medford, we were we hung out at parks.
Yeah.
So at night, that park was
Yeah.
ours.
Yes.
So Tufts Park was the Italian kids. North Park was the Irish kids.
Sure.
Duggar Park was the black kids. I said that right.
All right.
You know, and then they had like smaller parks with the younger kids.
Sure.
So we would just go and fight somebody. You know,
Yeah, you'd head over to the Italian joint.
yeah, like you'd go to Somerville was the next town, and we'd go over there and fight. You know, we'd be walking and see some kids over there, and we'd fight each other.
Sure.
And you know, it was just a fight. It wasn't
Yeah, you just.
guns.
I think so. That's like I think teenage boys used to just do that everywhere. They just like pretty much every neighborhood across the world would be like, we're just gonna go fight a bunch of other young boys.
Yeah, that was like the mid '80s, and Jay was like, "Dude, that's so sad because you were just 2 years away from settling all your battles with dance and song. You could have just break danced your
Yeah.
way out of something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess, and then kids don't even go out anymore. They all just fucking play on the PlayStation, right?
It makes
It's not
me
like
sick.
that. It's no hanging out in the parks. There's no.
Well, because no kids don't hang at the park because guys were fucking and stealing them.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
I mean, they were doing that. We just didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Joey was just gone one day, and he was
Joey
like,
was
"Wait,
just
Joe? I don't know. I guess he moved." And you know, and then we start with the internet. We found out that there's
Load of
predators and people just snatching kids up. So now everybody wants to keep their kid. You got one or two of them.
Yeah.
So
you
if
only
you-
got two. You keep them inside.
If you go to the park, it's all mothers on their phones,
Sure.
yapping to each other.
Yeah.
And the kids are just playing. Yeah, kids don't hang out at like when I was a kid. You woke up and just went to the park.
You just left. And,
You left.
And you were told what time to come home.
Come home at
Nowadays,
this time.
it's like it's no such thing as that, right?
No, there's not. There's no place to go. There's no.
Yeah. We used to go out and we would drink. We would go out so early that we would get drunk so that we could sober up before we got home.
Dude,
And so that your parents wouldn't know.
you get drunk. We'd start in the afternoon.
Yeah.
We get, we used to have to go to the liquor store, hang out in front to get a buyer,
Exact same. Yeah.
and we wait for some fucking lonely dude.
And you'd always just go, would you go in for me? Would you go in for me?
Would you go in for me? And there was some piece of shit that would literally buy alcohol for 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
And he would come out with your shit. You give him a little extra for his fucking alcoholism.
Sure.
You get wild Irish rose, wine and whiskey
Sure.
mix. You get some type of beer
Some bullshit.
and maybe some whiskey, Southern Comfort, SoCo.
Southern.
Yeah, dude, we didn't get good shit. We were just trying to get shit faced.
Yeah.
And as soon as we got that, we'd go to our spot, go to our park, or go to the underneath the
Yeah.
on the tracks, and we would just sit there and get fucked up.
Yeah.
And hopefully, by the time you had to go home,
You kind of sobered up so you could pass.
you could be like, "Hey, what's up, Mom? I'm tired,
Sure. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Go
exhausted,"
straight up.
and just
Yeah.
go in your room and watch it spin.
Yeah, we would do that. We would get like potato chips, before you're going in, and you'd like open them up and crush them up all over your hands and your face, so you'd come in smelling like potato chips, so that they think you're, so they wouldn't smell like alcohol. That was the whole theory, Smell like cheese and onion chips.
Yeah, we were kids back. I think in our age were just had so much more fun.
Yeah, but Ireland is like literally fucking like at the time, the 90s in Ireland was probably a lot like the fucking 70s or the 80s over here because it just took so long for everything to spread out. Now,
You think Ireland is more like us now?
yeah, I think the world is much more similar now because
Just
of the internet and stuff. I
Fucking
think
lame.
everything's just kind of the same. Everyone watches the same shit.
That bums me out.
Everyone watches the same shit. Everyone
was-
just learns the same stuff. It's a whole kind of global thing. In my opinion, I could be wrong.
I was always think that Ireland was just kind of stayed in time.
Yeah, and that's how I always remember it as when I left, and when I come back, I'm like, what is this shit?
It's bad.
Well, it's just different than when I left. A lot of gay, like they're emotionally gay.
What?
They're just like kind of fucking real fucking faggy. No, you know what happened was they did the first of all we voted for gay marriage, which was fine. We voted for gay marriage. We had and then we did the abortion vote, which was we changed the abortion vote. It used to be that abortion was illegal. And then
Irish Catholic, right?
yeah, exactly. And then they voted in 2015, 2016 to change it, and then it won by a landslide, 9%. And then I think people caught the bug of like social change and social justice, and then it just became a bunch of people now.
Even Ireland.
Ireland's really fucking
Woke?
A lot of wokey gay fucks.
Get the fuck out.
But we were always fucking very liberal. We had loads of laws, like Irish laws for women were like well advanced compared to the rest of the world and things like that. We had an Irish president, we had a female president, things very good with immigrants, all sorts of bullshit that we always had. But then at the same time, we would always like, say slurs and have fun.
Yeah, you're the greatest. You're the greatest country in the world because you made the word cunt.
Yes,
Just
cunt is a fucking solid one. Yeah,
it's a solid word, but it doesn't mean what cunt means here.
And then I just went home to Ireland for Christmas, came back and I was doing a show and I was like cunt, 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 and I realized that very early in I got sorry because I'm saying it here and you can feel the audience
In the crowd in Ireland.
No,
Here.
Yeah, it was my first show back from being home from Christmas, and cunt came back into my regular vernacular.
Yeah, because here it means
Vocabulary.
wife.
Yeah,
There it means it's your friend.
it's for anything. It's just anything.
Like what?
You could like just like hello, like oh what's up you cunt. Like it doesn't really mean
It's the N word for Irish people.
It is the N word for Irish people.
Because-
we also have that one. We also have we always have the traditional N word.
You have the old school N word. The old school white guy
Yeah,
N word.
exactly.
Yeah, but it is. It's like the
Yeah.
black dudes use the N word and it doesn't sound.
Yeah, and when you say cunt like that, we even use it as like cunting, like where's my cunting keys or whatever, that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
I would love to use the word cunt every day.
Yeah, and
it's such a good word.
but it's not gender specific at all.
No,
Over here, it's female.
it's women.
It's a bitch.
Yeah.
a fucking annoying bitch. Whereas it's anyone. It's just
It's the
it's just a
final-
thing. It's a person or a thing.
It's the final thing you call a woman who's bugging you.
yeah,
It's the end of the road word.
like that Philly guy. Do you see that Philly guy?
Ah, dude.
He goes, "You're an ugly cunt."
No, but my favorite part is the guy goes, "Hey man, why are you calling her that name? Well, you don't have to call her that name." He goes, "But she's an ugly fat cunt," and he said it like he was like, "But she is an ugly fat cunt." Am I wrong?
And he was an ugly fucking piece of shit, and she wasn't too bad.
My lord.
Yeah, and he got fired at Everton.
Was he work? What is he? Oh, from his job.
He got fired from his job. They banned him from Philly games for life. That guy, it was a little overkill, I think, maybe. But I do think Philly Spurs fans are scum of the earth.
I think-
Know what I mean? So it's not uncommon for them. Most of them do belong behind bars. Anyone that puts on an Eagles shirt probably is a fucking criminal.
100%.
You
But
know, like-
that's why you love them.
Do we love them?
Because look at man, let me tell you something. I went to the Super Bowl where I got tickets to the Super Bowl where they played, I think Jacksonville, the Panthers or some shit.
Sure, yeah.
The Patriots.
Yeah.
Patriots fan. I was so happy. I had Super Bowl tickets no matter who they played.
Yeah,
I was panicking when I thought it was going to be Philly.
yeah,
It would have been a bloodbath.
yeah,
We would have had to fight to get the fuck out of there.
yeah.
If we had won that Super Bowl and it was Philly, we would have had
yeah.
to fight our way out of that fucking place. But when it was the Panthers, I was like, oh, this is. It was almost
Jacksonville, though?
It was the yeah, I think it was the Panthers. Yeah, it was. They would pat you on the back, be like, "Hey, that was good."
Jacksonville not scum, that, no?
No, they were just brand new into the league, basically.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
new supporters. Not,
Yeah, they would just be like, "Oh, that was a good play." Good.
and infiltrated.
I think somebody said congratulations at the end of the game when
yeah.
we won with 4 seconds left.
See, that's the thing about but the Eagles they were doing that against the fucking nice little Packers, little Midwest cheese, fucking middle Midwest. Hello, yes, we're here for a nice game.
Some chicks got a.
They weren't doing that against the fucking Atlanta Falcons, some big fucking black fucking security guard, but like, it's like they don't fucking. The Eagles fans shut the fuck up when it's a black guy.
Oh, the black guy wasn't filming like a pussy.
No, there is videos of Atlanta fans going, "What the fuck you gonna do?" You know,
Yeah.
The Eagles fans are just like, "Well, nothing. Not today. We're playing the Packers next week. I'll save
We'll take it out on those little cheese.
But honestly, I saw that video. I think because he said something about doing this. I think the Packers thought they scored a touchdown, and then she went like this or something, and then he goes, and then it cuts in, and he starts going, "It's short," or no, he's going, "It's short, it's short," and she's like, "He'll get it next time." He's like, "Well, don't be doing this fucking shit." He's like, "Don't call her an ugly cunt. She is a fucking ugly cunt."
but she is.
That would get me going too if someone said, "Don't say that." I go, "Well, she fucking is."
It sucks.
Whatever.
And that's the key to it, dude. Everybody has a fucking camera.
You got to see the whole thing. I got to see the whole thing
Why?
because I need to know what.
Oh, you do.
I need to know what happened before.
Dude, listen. If someone's filming you, you can't call a chick a
You
cunt.
just gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, as
you
soon as
can.
that camera goes up, you got to shut the fuck up. Everybody has footage,
Sure.
and that's why the world stinks.
Sure.
You can't get away with anything. You can't do anything. Everybody can film you and take away your
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
with one fuck up. You don't think
Yeah.
that guy woke up on fucking Monday going, God damn it,
Yeah, I'm sure he's regretting it right now.
100%.
He just had a few beers. It was a Sunday.
You should get you should get one video scandal per person. You know what I
you
mean?
can't call a woman a cunt. You're gonna lose your job.
All he had to do was fake an Irish accent and he
He
would have got
should
away
have. He
with it.
said it was endearing. I mean,
But she is a fucking cunt. Yeah, it fucking blows. But that's why, like guys like you.
but look, in fairness, for him to be saying that, it looked like it was only those two people, and he's surrounded by Eagles fans.
Yeah.
It's like, and then everyone online is going, "Can you believe that guy just allowed him to say that?" And you go, "Absolutely, you go fucking,
I would have been like,
you
yeah.
go start a, you go."
I'd be like, you're thinking what I'm thinking, pal?
Yeah, you would have turned around to your wife and go, let's be honest, you've had your better years are over. Come on.
Yeah.
Fucking shut the
I
fuck
mean,
up.
we talked about working out, and you can be a little cunty. You know that.
You have a tone.
You have-
You have a tone.
You got a tone. We've talked about it. I'm gonna have to side with this guy for right now.
Him and the thousands of scumbags around me. Yeah.
Oh, I would have fucking thrown my wife under the bus in a second. Yeah, I've been saying that for years. Thank you.
Illegal
I would be like, dude, thanks,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Someone
Right.
had to say it. I
Yeah.
couldn't. I'm married to this fat cunt. Well, dude, I'm happy for you that you're actually you found a chick and you're in a house and you got you.
She's great. She's great.
It's good to have a life.
It's good to have that. You know,
It's good to have a life.
it really is. Yeah.
It's like in my eyes, you made it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else do you want? Besides fame, money.
21-year-old wife. maybe exactly her, but like in a younger, hotter version.
You really want to talk to a chick with hopes and dreams? Do you really want to?
remove them? Yeah.
Do you want to have
totally.
that conversation again?
Yeah.
Just a chatty Cathy late night. I love that my wife just goes to bed at 9:30
Sure. Yeah.
and just wakes up in the morning and coffee's ready.
Yeah.
My wife wants nothing to do
Great,
with me.
isn't it? It took my girl a long time because I've been like going on. Now she's so used to me going on the road. When I first started going on the road, she was like, "Oh my god, you're going for like how many nights? 3 nights? Oh my!" And now it's like literally, she'd just be. I'll say something, and she looks at me, she's like, "What are you fucking on the road?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what are you like? Shouldn't you be gone for 2 weeks?"
Oh yeah, my wife loves when I hit the road,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I love it too.
Of course.
I love it too. I mean, look, I miss them. I love coming home.
Yeah, yeah. But you need that little break just to.
You need a break. Dude, I just had 2 weeks off and I didn't do shows and I
insane.
spent the 2 weeks
Too
with
much.
them.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Yeah. I've done that myself recently, and it's like I'll probably never retire. I'll just keep doing this until they fucking take it away from me.
Nope. I love my wife so much. I love my kid. I love being with them, but not for 2 weeks straight. Do you know what I mean?
Of course. It's not right. It's not right.
Die for them.
Millions of years we never spent 2 weeks together.
No. No.
It's a new age thing.
No, they had to go out and get. Look, they were like, "Look, we got to get some deer. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Keep the teepee warm." Weird. And as soon as they got on the horses, they were like, "We got to get away from these fucking
Yeah.
plots."
Just there right here. We'll fucking let's go.
We're
Let's get out.
good. Yeah, you're not supposed to be with your chick every day.
No.
You ever see old guys who are with their wives every day in retirement?
Yeah.
They just don't speak.
It's crazy, yeah. So many people get divorced as soon as they retire.
Really?
That happens a lot.
Is that a fact? Or are you just saying that?
I've heard of one or two. So I'm not going to say blanket statement, but it's not uncommon.
I love
for people.
podcasts. You just say shit, and I'm like, really? You know how many facts I've told to people where I heard on
Sure.
podcasts where I'm like, that's not true.
I've had stuff come back to me and they go, "That's not you." I go, "Oh, all right then, sorry."
Who cares? I just said it. Fucking talking for a living, trying to entertain you fuckheads.
Yeah, yeah. But I do think that happens when people retire and then they spend too much time together and they go, we can't do it.
Yeah.
They've lost, yeah. And it makes sense. 7 days in a row with someone is fucking nuts.
7 days is, I think, the
Nuts.
allotted amount of time.
Like, unless you have kids that are like keeping you distracted, tasks.
Unless you can get the fuck away for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I remember we went to Aruba during the pandemic, and we were there for almost a month.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I was leaving like during the week. But there was a point where they got COVID, and they had to stay for an extra 5 days in quarantine.
Mm.
and I left.
You, yeah, of course.
I left. I jumped on the plane. I moved my ticket up to Mint. I had miles. I was like, fuck it, I'll use them.
Yeah.
I got the middle seat in Mint, and I went home and I had 5 days to myself.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, there is something about you love them, but you got to get the fuck away to keep it righteous.
I love you from a distance. Yeah.
Yeah,
Something.
being a comic is the perfect because you leave for 3 days
Perfect.
and you come home and you miss them.
Yeah. Or then even if you come home, then they're annoying you by the Sunday night. You go,
Yeah.
I'm gone Thursday morning.
Are you gonna have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Does she want kids?
Yeah. We both want kids.
And how old are you?
34.
34. How old is she?
34.
34. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, 38.
So we're trying to get the house. That's the thing. Is we're trying to get somewhere, just anything.
Yeah.
To start, just to get on it, and then.
That's great, dude. Listen, man, you're killing it.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate
I
it.
mean, you're killing it. You got a special
Got my special.
on Gas Digital.
Yeah, from Gas Digital on YouTube. Check it out.
How many? And people are digging it.
People liked it. Yeah, a lot of people that watched it liked it, and I hate it obviously now. But
Isn't it weird how I hate my shit too?
of course, but there's something you see. Whatever, it makes sense. But
I
I'll be doing another one this year eventually. When are you doing the next one? Do you have any plans?
I think next year I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I'm not into this fucking every 6 months whale out of special because I'm not really into that. I know
People put out-
I know you're supposed to do it. I guess once a
Sure.
year. People are doing them now.
Yeah. I think if you do a half hour a year, you can probably get away with it. Maybe.
I don't even know what the fuck any of it means anymore. I came up. It was like
The idea of even doing specials, like there's people that there's comedians now probably never even do specials. They'll just post clips and that's it.
because you're trying to get a view and you're trying to get somebody in the thing. That's the value now, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
Is doing
Well,
getting people
look
to
at
like.
Josh Johnson puts out fucking an hour a week or something.
I don't know who that is.
Josh is massive. Josh is a seller guy.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Puts out he does like 30 minutes every week, brand new on the road. Yeah,
It's good.
people like it.
That's why I love you. Dude.
No, it's good, but it's topical, and it's obviously not. It's never as good as someone who did an hour, a year and a half of getting it great. But it is good. But his ability to ride 30 minutes of topical stuff that's like consistently funny
Leno.
is it.
Leno. It's
It is like Leno.
It's late night.
That's what he's doing. Yeah,
yeah, late night shit,
yeah.
which is
But it's not that old. Like fucking snap your neck. Fucking boom, boom, boom.
And he doesn't have writers.
Huh? Who?
The difference between him and Leno had writers, but he's doing it himself.
Yeah.
who
Josh is an animal. He's always had it writing gigs and stuff. He's always been writing for multiple shows at once.
Yeah, I'm not really. I mean, that's fine. I don't understand. Everybody's like, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's like, I look at bro.
Sure.
I don't fucking know. Back in the day, you were MC, then you became a feature, then you became a headliner, and then somebody asked you to do a special if it was good enough.
Yeah.
And now, I don't know. You got to get a TikTok thing, and then you got to put a crowd work clip out, or you got to get a YouTube page.
Yeah.
You got to put a half
just
hour in every
never
fucking
ends.
week.
Yeah.
I don't fucking understand it.
Yeah.
But there is a difference between really funny motherfuckers and people who learned how to do
Yeah.
the math of it, I think. You know what I mean? But you're one of those guys who's fucking funny to me.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, well, listen, you got a special. Let me go through this right now. We got a Patreon we're going to do, dude.
Yeah.
You did Tonight Show. I saw that. Fucking great.
Thank you.
Murdered on it,
Thanks.
which is great. I always love when, like, I did it too. Like, guys who I know who are, like, funny club comics
Yeah.
do Late Show. There's always a little difference.
It's funny. Yeah, but you know what's funny? It sounds like I'm blowing smoke, but I always use yours was always a good example of like being funny on the show, not just you know, like, yeah. Yours was like actual fucking.
Yeah, yours was the same way.
That's what I was trying to do. But
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks.
Which look, I fuck them. I can't, you know, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Blah 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 blah. And
Isn't
they blah,
this
blah, blah,
a lot
and
like
blah,
that?
blah,
Yeah.
and they go blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they look right with it.
yeah.
It's a thing, which I get. It's late night stand up.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. You're fat the fat guy.
Well, that's why I like that Tonight Show guy. Like Jimmy will put regular stand ups on, which I love. I love that he does that. He's not just putting that late night stand up on. He does give guys like us a shot. Specials on Gas Digital, and this fucking asshole. He wrote collects pots of golds at the end of rainbows. What a piece of shit.
Who said that?
That's Danny.
The
you
Jew?
Can beat him up. Yeah, the Jew said that. And you got your podcast. You still have the studio?
No, I got rid of it.
Why?
It was just an overhead, and then I got rid of the guests. I just sort of do I just do it on my own now.
Do it at the house.
I do it at the house in New Jersey on my own. I just talk about my week, whatever's in the news.
Colum Tyrell podcast.
The Colum Tyrell podcast.
Where can you get it?
Everywhere, wherever podcasts are.
Do you have a
iTunes,
website?
YouTube. ColumTyrrell.com if you want to see me on the road. I got some dates coming up.
Where are you going to be, man?
Phoenix was just gone. That was actually great. That was the first time in Phoenix. I like that. I'm going to be in St. Pete, Florida, Appleton, Wisconsin for the first time ever, Janesville, Wisconsin, Morris Plains, New Jersey, Providence, Rhode Island, Vancouver, Canada for the first time, and then some more stuff.
And this is all you're headlining.
This is me headlining all these.
Buddy,
yeah.
come on, dude. 4 years ago, you were fucking opening.
Yeah, it's true.
And now
then
you're headlining.
I'm also going to be with Ari in the Comedy Works, Denver Comedy Works. So
I'm going to be there that week.
Are you? Oh, you're on the other side of town, are you?
I'm on the other side of town.
All right,
I think that week.
Let's all get lunch or something.
We should get fucking lunch and hang out. We should do something. Dude, we should go fly fishing.
I'd love that. Genuinely, I'd love to do that. It's not too cold, though. But let's talk about that after.
What year is it? What month is it going to be in?
February.
Yeah, it's going to be
the end of February.
It's going to be way too cold to go fly fishing.
But we could do something.
We should go on a hike somewhere.
I think it's too cold to go hiking because I said it to Ari and he said we can't go hiking. It's too cold. He's like, the best we could do is go out of town to ski or something. I was like,
I don't want to fucking ski.
I've never skied. I don't know how to.
I fucking skiing such a shit.
break my
Rich
knee.
people. Yeah.
I'll break my
fucking
knee.
Do that shit. We should do something though. We'll do something stupid out there.
Batavia. I love. Have you done that club before?
Haven't done it.
Honestly, one of my favorite clubs I've
Get
ever
the
done. I
fuck out
swear, I love it down there.
I
love
can't wait
it down
to
there.
go.
They look after you well. It's just a real good club.
Oh, I'm excited.
That's great.
I'm doing that. I'm doing Batavia. I'm doing Mothership again in August.
Nice.
I'm doing Off the Hook with somebody called Uwe Weiwei. And
it's not sold out yet, isn't it?
Oh, it's gonna be if I gotta say this is what hurts my feelings.
I know.
If I say his name
I
once,
know.
it's
Yeah.
just sold out.
And then they're not there
if
for
I
you.
say my name, if I plug it on everything,
Sure.
up until that week, they'll still go, "Hey, can you tweet something out?"
Sure.
That's the part I wish. That's the fame I wish you get.
Yeah.
Where I just go, I have a show here,
You just riddle.
and it's sold. It
Yeah.
sells out.
Yeah.
That's all I
It
want.
must be incredible.
I want 10, 12 clubs that I just go, I'm coming back. It's sold the fuck out. God damn it.
We'll get there.
Well, I don't know. I've been doing it for 33 years. So let's go. We have Patreon we're going to go to. We got questions from the fans for you. So if you guys want to be part of the Patreon, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Go to punchup.live/Robert Kelly for all my dates, and go to my YouTube page, youtube.com/Robert Kelly Comedy. And make sure you check out Colum. He's one of the fucking young bucks that is funny, original. I feel like I almost wish you were around when we were coming up because you're that type of motherfucker. So make sure you check out all his stuff. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, guys, what do you got?
Follow me on Instagram at Danny Braff and come to Comedy at Verve.
Danny, you gotta just put a little more oomph into it. Try it again.
Follow me on Instagram at Danny Braff and come to my show, please.
Did you do it worse? Did he do it worse?
That was perfect. That was better.
What's it?
That was so much better. What a piece of shit. All right, Joe, what do you got?
Joe Russell Cheese Show, YouTube. Check it out.
Aren't we gonna do a cheese show, YKWD?
We should.
Are you gonna bring cheese?
Well, yeah, it's a cheese show.
No. Are you gonna dress like some type of cheese thing?
I mean, I smell pretty bad.
Can you wear Phillies, the Eagles stuff, and she puts on cheese stuff from Wisconsin, and you call her a fat cunt on the air?
Do I gotta fight somebody?
No.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
All right. Well, what do you got, Zachy?
Follow me on Instagram at Zachary Unlimited. Please, I have no followers. I need your help.
Don't beg, dude. Just say follow. I mean, they'll follow. Begging isn't. I've been begging for 30 years. It doesn't work. You understand me? I was on tour with Dane in his prime. Nothing happened. I was on Louis, one of the only regulars. It's done. I was on Tough Crowd. I was on Opie and Anthony. They're doing separate podcasts. It's not.
You're not
over.
making a bad case. If begging got me your career, I'd keep begging.
Okay.
Also, one more plug. A new show on YouTube called Call for a Good Time where me and my buddy Riley interview sex hotline workers.
Really?
Yeah, we just filmed the first episode. It was awesome. It was very, very funny.
Okay, great. There you go. That's what I see. That's the enthusiasm I like. Of course, check me out on the Bonfire every day except Fridays on Sirius XM 103 with the great Big J Okerson, and also Bone to Pick podcast with Paul Verzi. You should come on that show, man. You'd be great with that.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna start having guests once a month or something like that.
Yeah.
But check us out, and our live show is coming up too, right at the City Winery. We'll be. That's it. We'll see you guys next time. And you know what, dude? We're going to Patreon right now. You want to be a member? Go over there. Let's go.